Look at Teo's neck. Look at Teo's neck. Look at
Oh my
Teo's
god!
chin.
Oh my god, we're on in the air! Oh no! Oh no! Look at my balls! Oh no! Oh, I'm back up here.
You know what we are? That was our first character of the night. We're those horribly awkward Rob Lowe's where we can't be around girls or guys.
Rob Lowe. I'm Rob Lowe, and I'm Rob Lowe with a goiter.
I'm Rob Lowe, inside of a Russian helicopter. Hey, Teo, what's your favorite brand of Russian helicopter?
I would say a Hind D.
A Hind D! It's correct!
A Hind D.
A Hind D, y'all.
Hey, Will, what's your favorite body part and letter?
My favorite body part. I suppose it's my hindquarters, and I never liked, saying the whole thing, so I'll just chop off the quarters part. And my favorite letter is definitely D.
Oh, and you combine those together, and it's
a Hind D.
Hind D.
A Hind D.
D.
So what we're gonna do this month? If you enjoyed our last month's show when we did a show based off of a Star Trek episode, then you're in luck because we're doing basically the same thing but a different television show. Tell them what we're doing, Teo.
We're doing Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Twin.
And a Hind D.
A Hind D does
I can't look at a Twin Peaks.
Oh no! I'm so awkward, Rob Lowe. Full disclosure, I've never seen Twin Peaks, but Will has.
I have, and I don't like it. So neither of the people here actually enjoy the show Twin Peaks. That won't factor in, though. So if you like Twin Peaks, all we're doing is we're going to go to the Wikipedia page. We're going to find the plot description for an episode. We didn't get a suggestion for an episode. I don't think I asked early enough. But
all right, I'm at the random number generator. There are exactly 30 episodes of Twin Peaks.
So we'll start from 1 through 30.
We've run into a slight problem where there's not. This is really frustrating.
How could there be a problem?
So here's the problem. There are not full synopses on Wikipedia for Twin Peaks.
I see them. Go to the episode. There's a wiki called List of Twin Peaks episode, and then click on a specific episode.
But not for all of them. Not for all of them. They don't go down. No. They're missing a bunch of season 2 ones.
Well, look, being not a fan of Twin Peaks, it's mostly the second season, which is like 14 episodes long. Something like that. It sucks. It's really bad.
So
it's 27 episodes. Wait a minute.
It's 30 episodes total.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's 22 episodes long, and there's 8 episodes in the first season. So I say all the first season episodes have full plot synopses. So I say we just set the random number generator for 1 through 8.
I'm gonna change the 30 to an 8, and I'm gonna generate a number.
Okay.
3.
3. We're doing
episode 2.
Yes, it's called episode 2. Or no, it's called Zen or the Skill to Killer. That's a terrible name right off the bat.
I kind of like it.
Zen or the Kill. All right. Well,
it's so weird. Yeah, maybe I should watch it. All right.
So what we're going to do is go down to the plot summary. We're going to try our best to go paragraph by paragraph because there's about 5 paragraphs here. One's really long, but we're going to try and go paragraph by paragraph, summarize the plot, and after each paragraph, we're going to do a scene. So we're going to try to do an episode that rides the wave, the plot wave of an episode of Twin Peaks, and our own improv show will have the same structure and the same themes, but not the same content.
So episode 2 was just some little pre-trivia facts before we start the scenes, because that's what everyone's waiting for. Episode 2 was, interestingly enough, first broadcast on April 19th, 1990. The day before 420 in 1990.
All right, what's that? What does that have to do with anything?
I thought that was interesting. I was also 2 months and 4 days old when this episode aired. Just wanted to share these interesting trivia facts.
Another interesting trivia fact: it was written by David Lynch and Mark Frost.
Whoa!
Its original running time was 48 minutes long.
Wow! It was watched by 19.2 million households, equating to roughly 21% of the available audience. So
Holy crap!
1 out of every 5 people who watch TV had watched this episode of Twin Peaks. That's a lot of people.
It's insane. I mean, it was the first season's pretty good, and it's bizarre. Like, I can't explain why it's so good. It's just bizarre. After that first season, I think it gets terrible. But yeah, those are some fun facts. I hope you enjoyed those fun facts. We are going to now do an improv show for you that takes all of the themes and suggestions from this episode of Twin Peaks. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Should we do the background first? Background?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I don't really know what the background is, so let's do it.
All right, I'll read this real quick. The background: the small fictional town of Twin Peaks, Washington, has been shocked by the murder of a schoolgirl named Laura Palmer and the attempted murder of her classmate Renette Pulaski. Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Dale Cooper, played by Kyle MacLachlan, in the hammiest way I've ever seen. I don't get that character at all. Has come to town to investigate. And the initial suspicion has fallen upon Palmer's boyfriend, Bobby Briggs. And the man with whom she was cheating on Briggs, James Hurley. That could have been written a bit better. However, other inhabitants of the town have their own suspicions. Violent, drug-dealing driver Leo Johnson is seen as a possible suspect. I wonder if it's that violent, drug-dealing truck driver. So that's the background. Now, you want to give us our first paragraph of the events?
Yes. Events. The Horn family. This is the events of this episode. The Horn family, Ben, played by Richard Bamer, Audrey, played by Sherilyn Fenn, and Johnny, Robert Bow, are eating dinner when they are interrupted by Ben's brother, Jerry, David Patrick Kelly. The brothers share brie and butter baguettes while Ben tells Jerry of Laura Palmer's murder and the failing of the Ghostwood Project. They decide to visit One-Eyed Jack's, a casino and brothel across the Canadian border, where Ben wins a coin flip to determine who will be the first to sleep with the newest prostitute. This is I don't really know how to act around here, so I'm here for a hooker. I'm looking for like a new prostitute though, a new one. Can you fulfill that request?
I can tell the penis in your pants is shriveled up into a tiny little snake instead of a full-on monster. You're nervous.
I'm very, very nervous. I feel like I've jumped into a cold pool.
What does that sound? Is there any saliva in your mouth? Is that cotton?
No. I do have a little bit of cotton mouth. I'm very, very. I'm also just really just looking for a good time, but with someone also new, possibly. Go ahead. Go ahead, madam.
My name is Madam Cross. I don't just run a cat house. I run the type of cat house where you have to come here and seduce the girls.
What? I don't want to...
They need to respect you first.
But I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money and not a lot of courage.
You're going to need it. You're going to need it. But also you're going to need to get those shoulders back. Here, take a Tic Tac. At least just take a Tic Tac. You smell terrible.
Oh, the cotton breath has made my mouth all dry and smelly.
It has. It smells like you've been. It smells like you've been smoking cigarettes. Have you been smoking cigarettes?
I've been smoking cigarettes very nervously. Look, I don't want to. That's the whole point. Is I can't seduce anyone.
You're cutting out horribly. I'm sorry. You're cutting out horribly. I don't know if this is a nervous tick of yours, but you're cutting out horribly.
This happens to me when I get too nervous as I cut out and I freeze. Look, I don't want to seduce anyone. I can't seduce anyone. That's why I'm here.
That's okay, son. I'll teach you the first step you need to seduce one of my ladies. Brie and butter baguettes.
What? What am I supposed to do with
them? What do you think you're supposed to do with them? You're supposed to offer them to the lady. Brie and butter baguettes. That's the nice. That's the nicest snack to have. Or maybe you don't.
I don't know anything about this. All right, fine. Hello, ma'am. Would you like some brie and butter and baguette?
Who are you?
I am. I don't want to use my real name. I'm Skylark.
You smell like urine. Get away from me.
Oh, I peed myself a little bit. I when I went to go to the bathroom, I peed. I peed, and I didn't shake it all out, and I must have gotten too much in my pants. And oh,
Madam. Okay, this is Madam Cross again. That was Brittany. She's a very, very classy lady. She's not. I don't know if you noticed. She was smoking a clove cigarette out of one of those long holders that Holly Golightly used to use. She's not going to have sex with you under any circumstances.
Those are illegal now. Clove cigarettes.
Oh! I thought you were referring to the. You're in you're in a whorehouse, right? That's very illegal. Just period.
Yeah.
It's not legal.
Isn't there a nervous prostitute here?
A nervous prostitute? See, yeah. That's a good way to tell that you're a rookie. A nervous prostitute.
Yeah, well, I'm not a cop.
Holy shit, I just realized you're a cop.
I'm no cop.
That's exactly what a cop would say.
What? I just want to get laid.
Button press, the ceiling collapses and kills the guy, and that's the game.
Twin Peaks!
Twin Peaks, y'all! Okay. So that's where we're at. They decide to go to
They go to a casino for no reason. I can't tell if it's the synopsis is just not very clear or the episode's just also not very clear.
Watch the show.
Suddenly they decide to visit One-Eyed Jack's, a casino and brothel.
And who are they? The Horn family, Ben, Audrey, and Johnny, are eating dinner when they're interrupted by Ben's brother. The brothers share Brie, so the brothers go to have sex with a prostitute. That's kind of weird. I wouldn't do that with my brother. Would you? That's kind of incestual, right?
Yeah, I don't think I would do that. Well, yeah, no.
Anyway, so the Horn family's on their way to One-Eyed Jack's. Picking up in the next paragraph, Bobby Briggs, who was Lauren Palmer's boyfriend? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bobby Briggs and Mike Nelson drive into the woods to pick up a hidden delivery of cocaine. But are ambushed by Leo Johnson, who demands the $10,000 the pair owe him. Leo Johnson was the violent drug-dealing truck driver. So he demands the $10,000 the pair owe him. Leo also hints that he knows Bobby has been sleeping with his wife, Shelley, then scares the pair off. When Bobby visits Shelley at her home the next day, he discovers that Leo has beaten her.
Ooh.
Oh, yikes. All right, let's do some comedy based around that.
Sad episode.
Hey, Officer McCleary, can you come in my office, please?
Yeah. Can you
Look,
yell at me?
This is a very sensitive case. I ordered you to go out there and collect suspects. You have brought me 3 of the most ridiculous suspects I have ever seen in my life.
And they're increasingly ridiculous.
You would think they would be evenly ridiculous. They're increasingly ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First one, a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah. A
13-year-old boy named Miles.
Yeah. Well, anyone could have killed this person. Anyone could have killed this person.
Please give me your reasoning for choosing this 13-year-old boy.
A gun is the greatest equalizer that mankind has ever invented.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, this 13-year-old boy, though, you think Miles had anything to do with the disappearance of Kitty, the young prostitute from the local whorehouse that we
Let me tell you something.
Operate?
A 5-year-old could kill Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson if he had a gun and he knew how to use it. He or she. It's the greatest equalizer.
But there was the only thing that I'm noticing out of all three of these suspects, before we get to the next one, which is even more ridiculous, is that you didn't once visit that like creepy biker bar downtown where they all ride around swinging chains above their head and sipping whiskey out in the open. You didn't once visit that place?
You know, people with passions are rarely likely to murder anyone. They're too busy fixing their motorcycles and being engaged with each other. People with that much empathy, who can form communities over a shared bond like motorcycle riding and just general debauchery, how could they ever commit a murder? You know who
How could they ever commit a murder? We have files on that bar. But you know what? You know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to let you explain why you chose Bozo the Clown from that child's benefit program, the charity where they put on clown shows at different elementary schools for the underprivileged.
Bozo?
You chose Bozo the charitable clown as a suspect.
You heard the story of Pagliacci?
Is that the clown that's very sad and he goes into the
yes, it is.
Appointment and he says, yes. Now, what could that have to do with a clown whose sole mission it is to give back to the underprivileged children in our town?
They're likely he's likely the saddest person in his entire town. Even sadder than
Pagliacci.
Even sadder than your teenage daughter, who I also nearly arrested.
My teenage daughter?
Yes.
Bree? I
Yes.
named her after the cheese.
You don't have to tell me that every single time.
I do, though.
Bring her up.
That's a great fact.
You talk about her a lot. She sounds pretty depressed. Sounds like she's depressed enough to kill someone. She's a little nihilistic. Also, I found a bloody bat in his clown bag.
You found a bloody bat in his clown bag.
Yes. Now, I know the victim was found with a gunshot wound, but you know...
Okay. Now, there's no justifying this one. This one is absolutely tip-top crazy.
Yeah.
This one is so stupid.
The mayor's dog. The mayor's dog.
The mayor's dog.
Dog.
The mayor's dog. A
Dog.
dog.
The dog, I know, the dog.
Shooting a gun? Operating a gun?
Let me show you this contraption here that I drew.
You know what? You always use the word contraption. It's just a drawing. It's just a drawing.
It's a drawing of a possibility.
It's a drawing of a possibility. Let's hear your... Okay.
So here you go. The dog here is... remember the mayor reported the dog was missing for a while?
No, I don't remember that. I'm the chief of police. I would not care about something that
All right,
petty.
chief. All right, yeah, exactly. So you didn't see it. Believe me. Trust me. So the dog was... the mayor was on a walk through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the same place where our victim was found. The dog ran off, right? Now, at the same time, Hunter Nelson forgot his rifle in the forest.
Right.
Now, as we all know, Hunter Nelson loves shooting deer.
He's one of my favorite improv comedians too at the UCB Theater in New York City.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, that's fine.
And he loves, so he's hunting deer. He's got deer urine all over it. So he got deer urine all over his rifle, right?
Right.
Step 3. All right. So the mayor's dog starts licking the rifle, starts playing around with it. Maybe the pheromones inside
and we slow, as he's describing, we slowly fade away from the scene and come down to a cabin in the woods where a 13-year-old boy, a dog, and Bozo the Clown are hiding out. I ain't going out there for another month. We gotta lay low.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
God damn it, this dog. I don't have any dog feed for him. What do we do?
Bozo, yeah, this is the greatest. I'm glad we all murdered this woman.
Oh, don't even think about screwing me over, Miles. I know what you do on cons. You like to wait until the coast is clear in one of your one of your fellow murderers got his back turned, and you like to do a Batman. And I'm already dressed in the clown makeup from that scene where all of them betray each other, so I'm extra keen on this.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
I'm gonna strangle this dog.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
And the clown stomps on the dog, and that's the scene.
As blood splurts out from the dog and then covers the camera, and then the blood falls down as I see.
And it's the title card is directed by Quentin Tarantino, and featuring David Lynch. Okay, because we need to fit more Lynchian references.
More Lynchian. I haven't seen many Lynch things. I'll admit.
Not even one? Oh man.
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. More events.
More events. Okay, you're up.
All right. Dale Cooper receives a phone call from Hawk about a one-armed man seen at. This is all one episode. This is all one episode.
I'm telling you, the show is fucking weird.
About what?
I miss who Hawk was.
It doesn't say who Hawk is. They just bring him up. Played by Michael. Played by Michael Horse.
Hawk is played by Horse. All right.
About a one-armed man seen at Ronette Pulaski's hospital bed. Mm-hmm. Next morning, Cooper gathers together Sheriff Truman, deputies Hawk. Oh, he's a deputy. Okay, so he's a cop. Okay. And Brennan and Lucy Moran in a forest clearing to demonstrate his unusual approach to eliminating suspects from their investigation. As each suspect's name is read from a list, Cooper throws a stone at a bottle placed some distance away. Each time he hits the bottle with a stone, he considers the previous name read out to be of interest in the case. Case.
That's horrible police work. I'll point that out.
All right. The method points his suspicion at Leo Johnson and psychiatrist Lawrence Jacoby. Dale's fellow FBI agent Albert Rosenfeld arrives later while Truman and Cooper review evidence and immediately causes friction between himself and Truman. Lost it. Doctor, I have a lot of anger in my heart, and I don't know where it stems from. It could stem either from my mother, who never told me she loved me. It could stem from my alcoholic father, who never told me he loved me. It could stem from my pit bull dog that I had.
Wait. I just hit the bottle. It's the pit bull.
What?
Oh, did you not see? Every time you listed a possible cause, I was throwing a rock at a bottle, and I hit it on the pit bull. So I gotta think it's probably the pit bull.
Why does that work, Doctor? Why? This is our first session.
Well, it is your first session, and I have a medical degree, so I'm unsure why you're questioning.
You don't want to psychoanalyze me or delve deeper into my individual neuroses or anything like that?
I would if I was maybe a Freudian, but you realize that Sigmund Freud has been universally renounced by the psychoanalysis and
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a psychologist.
That's okay.
All right, fine. My pit bull. All right.
Yes, it's the pit bull. You'll just have to trust me. It comes from the reason that I think that I have stumbled upon the correct answer by my rock striking the bottle is that aren't we all really connected as one in the end? So when I hit the bottle, our life forces came together and said, yes, this is the one.
Are you saying that throwing the rock at the bottle is random?
No, it's not random. There's meaning to it. There's deep meaning to it.
But you were the one who threw it, so there must be a reason why you personally think that it's my pit bull. Sparkles.
What was your last dream?
I dreamt of my workplace. It was on fire, and I didn't do anything but sit there in my desk, being engulfed in flames. I wasn't burning, but I was in pain. And I was watching my coworkers also engulfed in flames, screaming, and I did nothing but smile.
Okay, well, I was reaching into my pocket, and I didn't find that lucky linty ball that's in there, so it's probably meaningless. I think you can disregard that dream as totally meaningless.
You have a lucky linty ball?
Well, yes, that's how psychoanalysis operates. If you describe a dream, and I root around my pocket for my lucky linty ball, and I come across it, then that dream has deep, significant meaning. And it's really just because we're all one.
What is that based? Is that based off the pair of pants you wear to work?
I wear the same pair of pants every day.
So how does it?
Psychoanalysis pants.
Is it you just chose a different pocket and then found the ball, or?
How you mean?
I mean, the lucky linty ball must stay in the same pocket the entire time. You must know which pocket it's in unless you're putting it in different places.
Same pocket, very tiny lucky linty ball, and I can't always find it. But when I do, it means that our subconsciouses are coming together, and the universe that we are all a part of is pointing to that lucky linty ball, and I'm finding it with my finger, and I'm rolling it around, and I'm using my medical degree to make smart judgments.
And you can also differentiate it from different linty balls.
It's the lucky linty ball. It's got a particular density. It's got a particular size and feel. It's the.
I strangled a bird yesterday.
You strangled a bird yesterday.
Yes. It flew into my house, and then I caught it. And instead of letting it go, it was a beautiful blue jay.
Mm-hmm. Did this blue jay upset you in any way? Did it hurt you?
No, it just flew in, and it did annoy me a little bit. It flew into my box of cereal, to my Kix, and it started eating from it.
Oh.
What? Doc, are you okay?
I burped, so therefore you're a Capricorn.
You're correct.
Yep, and that's the scene. The doctor is correct. That's how we end the narrative.
Yeah!
Hooray! Okay. That was weird. So now we've probably reached. I can't even tell where we are in an act structure or.
Yeah.
What's the fucking conflict here that the Dale Cooper thinks that he might have found the right guy because he hit a bottle with a rock?
I don't know. I haven't seen this TV show.
Well, on to the fourth paragraph out of 5. Got 2 scenes left. James Hurley and Donna Hayward discuss their new relationship and kiss passionately on Donna's sofa. All right. Elsewhere, Leland Palmer, Laura's father, still mourning Laura's death, dances in his living room, sobbing and holding a portrait of Laura as he does so. He breaks open the picture's frame, cutting his hands, as his wife Sarah screams at him to stop.
Marcus, I'm glad you came to prom. Is that your date, or did you bring a date, or?
Yeah.
We just saw you dancing, and there's no one next to you.
Yeah, she's my date.
It's a photo of Lara Flynn Boyle.
What? I don't understand what the problem is.
She's a very beautiful lady, and I loved her in Men in Black 2.
Yeah.
But everyone else here has dates, or just came stag and dancing with everyone else, and you're just dancing in the corner. I see you in math class, and I'm worried about you a little bit.
Man, you're talking to me like you brought the hottest prom date here. You talk to me like you brought a Sarah Michelle Gellar here. Okay, but I'm looking over at Brittany, and I'm seeing. I'm impressed, frankly.
Tell me, that's my wife. It's my wife.
Sorry, what? You're married to her?
I'm married to her. I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher.
I'm a teacher, Tommy.
Well, then it's twice as creepy because I don't know what you're doing with all these 17-year-olds who are dancing and rubbing up against each other. That's even weirder. You're a 40-year-old man.
No, Tommy, I'm chaperoning. Sorry,
baby. Sorry, baby, I gotta talk to this guy real quick. Why don't you go off and grab some punch or something?
I mean, I don't understand. All the girls, they all, I've heard multiple girls say they wanted to ask you out to prom.
You did?
Yeah. But you instead chose to take a photo of Lara Flynn Boyle.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Did maybe the girl who played Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she asked me out?
No. Sarah Michelle Gellar did not ask you out.
That's the same one, right?
She's 30.
It's the same one, right?
It's the same one. She's like 30 or 40 years old. She doesn't go to this high school.
But I wanted. What's the problem with that? Neither does my current date.
Lara Flynn Boyle.
That's my current date. Lara. I call her sweetheart.
Okay. That's I'm to each their own. But there are people who really want to form a connection with you. And Chelsea, I heard her talk about you.
Chelsea Handler?
No, not Chelsea Handler, the famous comedian.
Oh my God! I saw Chelsea Handler at my house the other day on my computer. We were hanging out.
No, Tommy, you were watching a YouTube video. You're watching a YouTube video. Look, everyone's slow dancing. All right, just.
Oh, I told Lara to go get some punch, and I dropped her, and she hasn't gone to get any punch, so. I don't know she must be drunk. I shouldn't tell you that because you're the chaperone, but she must be drunk, like me.
You're drunk? Are you drunk? No, don't kiss that. There's broken glass. There's broken glass all over that picture frame.
Oh.
Tommy, oh my God, your lips are getting. Don't lick that.
Hey, why are you a 40-plus-year-old man watching a 17-year-old kiss his girlfriend? That's a little weird.
You don't have a girlfriend, Tommy. Tell me, we all want to date celebrities.
You know how I won the heart of Lara?
How?
I had to go into a cat house and win her with my money and my talents.
We cut to a diner with a bunch of celebrity headshots with their signatures all over them. Hi, do you want a table?
You know what? Why don't you let me do the talking, madam?
I'm sorry. Did you want some eggs?
Actually, yeah. Gotta get some eggs and bring me and Lara maybe a drink. You got alcohol here?
I'm sorry, sir. You can't take that frame off. Lara Flynn Boyle was once here, and she signed a headshot of her. Please put that back. Please. I don't.
Hey, you look. Hey, I'm dangerous. I'm gonna grow up and be a violent truck driver. I'm Leo Johnson. And watch for me in the next episode of Twin Peaks.
Peaks.
Over yet. That's the scene, and now we go to the epic conclusion. Cooper. You do it. Sorry.
Cooper retires to bed at his hotel room and experiences a strange dream that takes place in a room hung with red curtains. The man from another place.
Oh, this is fucking weird.
Laura Palmer speak to him in a jarring and disjointed manner before Laura leans over to whisper in his ear. Cooper wakes up, telephones Harry, and declares that he knows who the murderer is.
That's not my name, dude. We've met 14 times. You can't just call me the guy who smokes weed down by the park.
Hey, man, that's your name to me.
You're almost being aggressively rude.
Hey, can I have your autograph? I really dig you. I think you could be famous. Can you sign it?
My autograph? What? No. Why do you want my autograph, man? I got
a widescreen photo of you, so you can sign your name. Your name's really long, man. Can you sign it for me?
No. Okay, there must be some confusion. All right. I know that David Lynch enjoys naming some antagonists of his as very vague names. And just because you've named me a vague nickname in your mind, I'm not in any David Lynch movies. I'm not famous. I'm just.
I don't know who David Lynch is. Who? No.
Why do you keep calling me the one nickname?
What, is that a reference? I don't really get your reference. I just think that you're the man who Who? What's her name again? Sorry, I forgot your name.
You forgot the one fucking name that you keep calling me.
What's your name?
I'm the guy who smokes weed down by the park.
Yeah. How do you spell that?
And we cut away to the police commissioner's office. And now this suspect really takes the whole cake. If there was a cake before, this one's taken all of it. Because you didn't even have a name. It's just a picture, a blurry picture, and it's the guy who smokes weed down by the park.
Yeah.
As the person who kidnapped the mayor.
See, that's his real name, but my nickname for him is the Killer.
But you have to assume he's innocent until he's proven guilty.
No, I go the other way. I'm from India. I'm from India.
India where?
India, the country.
Oh.
They believe it reverse.
That's a terrible excuse. You've worked here for years and now you're telling me this?
No, I'm from India. I mean, my family's from India. I'm sorry. My family's from India.
We cut to the mayor's office. Hey, Clark. Clark, we hired you as a security leader 14 days ago, and in that time...
Mayor, can I ask you a question before you continue?
Well, okay. Let's hear it.
Why is your penis in a picture frame right now?
You know what? Because I'm nervous, and looking at it helps me regain my strength, my mental strength. And you know what? I'm also dating it.
Your penis is bleeding.
You know what? That's beside the point. In the last 14 days that you've been in charge, both the mayor's dog and now the mayor himself have gone missing. Dude.
I'm sorry. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
I want you to kiss me.
Can we kiss on the couch?
Kiss me. Let's kiss on the couch. I want you to kiss me.
And
that's the show.
That's the show.
A Hind D.
A Hind D.
A Hind D. Inevitably, all Hind D shows involve me and Teo kissing in some way.
Through the internet.
Well, thanks, folks. I hope you enjoyed that take on a lurid episode of Twin Peaks. There was prostitutes, there was truck drivers, there was
celebrity photos.
Celebrity photos. You know, it's just a day in the life of David Lynch.
Yep. And that was Zen, or the skill to catch a killer.
Presented by a Hind D. Have a good night, everybody.
Rob Lowe.